Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Pat from Alphahorn's Market Musings, and I'm here today to kind of walk everybody through one aspect of the website, the Alphahorn System Tutorial. We have been a public website since 2011, and the gist of what we do here is this is a swing trading site. We have my proprietary Alphahorn swing trading system that we're going to walk through today. Um, Basically what we do is we cover 11 different indexes. We cover the S&P, the Dow, the Russell, the NASDAQ, financials, real estate, gold, silver, semiconductors, and the miners. And what we do is we track them for we want to be on the right side of the trade, and we want to this is not for people who are looking for a day trade, multitude of trades, but what we're looking for is people who want to manage their portfolio, be in trades for sometimes a fairly significant amount of time, sometimes it's a matter of days, sometimes it's a matter of weeks, just depending on what the system says. But we want to catch a run and we want to stay on the right side of the trade. So this first chart we're looking at is kind of what the subscribers see for each of those 11 indexes that we talked about. We started trading back in 2011 with a $100,000 portfolio, and every trade that the portfolio takes is made public to the subscribers. They generally know about it the night before the trade is entered, or they're given parameters that if we trade above SPY 217, for instance, throughout the day tomorrow, then this portfolio will be taking the long trade. Something like that. That'll make more sense in a minute. When you look at a chart that's part of the Alphahorn swing system, what you'll see is three different colored candles. The candle will either be green in color, yellow in color, or red in color. The colors tell us what's going on. There are two different indicators that together combine to form the color of these candles. If both of those two indicators are on a bullish trend, then the candle will be green. If one of the indicators is bullish and the other is bearish, that's typically a transitional candle, lets you know that we're either changing from red to green or from green to red. But the candle will be yellow in that instance when there's one bullish and one bearish. When both of the indicators behind that candle are bearish or on the short side, then the candle will show up as red. So the candle colors are two indicators. A third indicator on this chart is the color of the background. As you can see, we had a very nice long bullish run here from September through March. This is back in 2010, early 2011. Right at the time we went live with Alphahorn. And as you can see, the background was predominantly white because we had a nice long run. However, there are a couple instances where we have a gray background. Well, that is a third indicator. If the background is white, we're on a bullish trend. If it's gray, that's indicating cloud cover, bearish. Be careful. Another indicator on this chart is this line that's predominantly green during this bullish run. But if you look to the far left-hand side of the chart, that indicator is red. So when the candles close above that line, the line turns green. When they close below it, the line automatically changes in color to red. So there you see four of the key indicators that we use here at Alphahorn. Others is the upper and lower barriers, but predominantly we're looking at this red-green line and the color of the candles in the background. So with that, let's talk about what constitutes an alert and what makes us change from one side of the trade to the other side. And we are ambivalent here. We're neither bulls or bears or whatever the market tells us to be. So you see back in September, we had been on a bearish trend. We had a gray background. We had red candles. But then one day we printed a green candle. We don't automatically jump on the different side of the trade, even though we had a green candle and a white background. Together, that is three indicators. What we're looking for, we require three indicators to be on the same side for us to take the trade. So we do have three indicators that have turned bullish. So what the subscriber would see that night, obviously you wouldn't see anything to the right of this candle. You'd see a bunch of red candles with gray backgrounds, all of a sudden one green candle with a white background. But I'd have a green arrow that would show up underneath that candle during the evening post, and we would alert subscribers that the S&P is on a buy/long signal alert. And what it would require, since we are still below the red-green line, is a close above the high of this candle to confirm the trade. And as you can see, the next day it printed another green candle. The background remained white. We closed above the high of the day, so this alert was confirmed with a buy signal. And so the S&P, this is one of the longest rallies and trends we had in a while. We stayed in that trade for roughly 6 months. I mean, it was a great long. We didn't get whipsawed out of it. We enjoyed it. And when you're trading 3x ETFs, these are very, very profitable trades. We had a very good year this year. You can see back in the day, I would take off an alert arrow, like the green arrow over on the left-hand side, once an alert failed, as it did in this case here. We're looking at this gray candle here with the red candle here with the gray background. In this case, when it printed this candle this day, that is 2 bearish indicators with a red candle, the third indicator being the gray background. So we have 3 indicators that have turned bearish. So we have an alert triggered, a sell short alert, which there would have been a red arrow above this candle that evening during the update. There would have been a blue line drawn at the lower end of that candle, and that line is the line by which we would need a close of another candle to confirm the signal. As you can see, that never happened. This ended up being a false alert. Over the next week or so, it traded horizontally, but we never took out and closed below that low. We never took out the red-green indicator. We found support there. That is often key support. And we had a transitional candle and back, and that alert went away. And when that alert went away, we're happily back on the long side of that trade and continued for another several months. All good things must come to an end, and so did that rally finally as we went through March and into April before we once again had another alert. Here in this case, 3 indicators. We have the 2 indicators on the red candle, but instead of having a gray background, we actually had a close below the red-green indicators. You can see the color of the red-green indicator went from green to red right here. So once again, we have triggered an alert, a bearish alert, sell alert. However, you see the horizontal line, we never once again had a close or trade below that line for another week or so, until finally we printed this red candle with a gray background, and that candle did close below the red-green indicator. So actually all 4 of our indicators are now saying bearish. So in this case, we just really needed a trade below it, which we got the next day. The sell signal was confirmed, and now we switched hats and started on the bearish side of the trade. I hope you enjoyed that. That's a little bit about the Alphahorn swing system, what our subscribers get. We get written commentary every night. Plenty of people there that have been enjoying us ever since the beginning. We've been, like I said, we've been a publicly traded site since 2011, where our portfolio has grown in value from 100,000 to 700,000. And if you want to find out more about the tutorial, you can come over to the website alphahorn.com. Click on the tutorial tab, and you can read a little bit more of the nomenclature, and we'd love to have you as a subscriber and part of our community. Once again, alphahorn.com. Look forward to meeting you.